Hello there, it's yourself. Welcome back to, well, I'm outside the Black Lodge, as you can see. I was speaking to some of my Patreons yesterday. I've been in two minds about making a video like this. Not done it for a while, but they reassured me. So what's happening is I'm cleaning out the Black Lodge. I'm trying to get it tidy and more in line with what I need. But as a consequence, I need to lift all the bottles up, give everything a clean, do all that, and I figured, well, why don't I take you on a what bottles have I got at the moment? More mic. And so I'm going to shift through this camera to some other cameras, so you'll need to just ignore if it all looks different. But have you ever shown you that? The cask there. I can't remember what it is, if it's Whisky or whatever. But come on, let's get in. The place is a tip. If you can have a wee look, see, behind the scenes. Right, we need to make this look a lot better. So give us a second. Right, we've changed camera. Let's get lights on, and there we go. Right, rocking and rolling. Now, let's get this on. Cool. Right, we've got a time lapse, but to start there. As I said, the plan here, let me get out of the way of this. A lot of light. The plan here is just get all the bottles out, get the place cleaned up, rearrange what we need to do. There's a bourbon cabinet there as well, you can kind of see behind that light. If I go here, there's bottles galore. Down here, there's a lot of gin and a lot of bloody just champagne and prosecco and stuff. Everything gets dumped down here. There's bottles all back here, all the way under here. If I can show you properly, there we go, all the way under here. And there's too much in terms of, there's just too much for me to know what I've got. So I just want to kind of get on top of it. I'm also thinking, as much as I love the old G-Plan back unit, I'm really tempted to put something a bit more modern-esque in there with more shelf space, because I think I'm just running out of shelf space for it. And when you can't see stuff, then you don't know you've got it, and that's quite frustrating. So, it's a kind of double whammy. It's a clean up, but I'm going to show you my bottles as well. And please comment down below any bottles that captured your attention of that. I'll tell wee stories as I go. I don't know how long this is going to take. This could take hours, or it could be quite quick. I have a feeling it's going to take hours because it's mental. There's just too much. I just need to get on top of it. And when I do my streams, that's where you guys are normally. I'll see you there. And I'm sat here with everything going on. Plan is, eventually as well, this is a bit of a dumping ground at the moment for the house. And the plan is for this to become more of a studio space. There are two really nice chairs there under my camera gear and whatever. I've got an old table that's dumped here and stuff. And I want to make this into a space where I can do some content stuff with people and bring people down. But it's just taking time. We need to get on top, and that's why I'm starting. That's why I'm going to start here. Right, I sound manic in my voice. It's just because I'm a wee bit overwhelmed with the amount I've got to do. But first up is just everything out from behind the bar. And that's going to take some time. For that, cut to time lapse, and then if and when, we'll jump back on the camera and I'll talk you through some bits. Here we go. Okay, cleared the shelf here, and as you can see, if I bring this down there, all cleared from here. Now this one section alone had a grand total of whiskey bottles. I had the grand total of 80. That's just that one section. There's a couple of bottles of Prosecco and champagne there as well, but 80 bottles, right? If you do a fly past, look at that, like tons of them, tons. Now, what I'm going to do is, this is what I mean about space. That's mental. that there's 80 bottles there. It's kind of shocked me a wee bit. I have to clean this up. There's wires and stuff, like I'm showing you the warts and all behind the scenes here. There's all the wires and stuff, and there's bottles all down the floor and stuff. I want to get that all tidied up. Then once I get that tidied up, my plan is to then take you through some of this selection. I think that's the way to do it. Do it as a go, so it doesn't feel bracketed, and we can just talk about some interesting bottles that I have. And I think that's the way of doing it. But as you can see, this is mental. This is a bit mental. So leave it with me, and I'll speak to you again once I get this tidied. The power of editing. These bottles I always forget about, to be honest. There's wee remnants in these. Still, bloody got that as a gift off my wife, then girlfriend. It was like the oldest whiskey I'd ever had. I'll never forget. Chivas 18. Always has a place in my heart because of that. And then this Blair Affle was outstanding. This North Star. I'm going to go into the bottles in a second, but this one warrants just a bit of chat. On the nose, extra zesty, fresh lime, Capriana, with loads of brown sugar topped up with pineapple juice, and that's exactly what it smells like on the nose. Just super limey and sugary, and it was delicious. 49%. This came out in 2021. I bloody loved it. Loved it. As you can see, I'm clinging on for dear life. It'll probably be crap now. It's been opened that long, but still. Then we've got everybody's favourite Nika from Ben Nevis. Sorry, the Nika whiskey from the barrel. I'm running out of space up here to put these bottles, but I want them to all be in the same place. Oh, I found this when I was cleaning out. I was lucky enough, and just before the pandemic, to go to the Football Manager office and do a tournament online and watch Europa League games. And I got that as a leaving, like when you left. I still have it. Again, just moving crap from place to place. Oh, these are funny. Never ever did eat these in the end. The Chokiskis. Bloody, they need flung out. They're well out of date. Best before 2021. Aye, I think their time's up. Right, we go this way, we go that way. Perfect. Right. Some of the bottles. Main purpose of this video. Bottle collection. Like a hell of a lot of bottles. Counting the ones that were on the shelf, there was 80 plus 4 from... There's 84 bottles in the first section of the bar. And that's a lot. That's not including a couple that's already on the bar top. So I'm just going to take you through most of them. And try and do most of them. Right, first up, one of the latest arrivals is this wonderful Glenallachie Premier Cru Class A. Not opened it yet, but tried it at the distillery. Hand pour. Colour chestnut, blackcurrant mocha, honeysuckle on the nose with notes of cinnamon, dried berries, cassis. 61.9%. I tried it, it was fantastic. It doesn't have that tannic red wine finish that I get sometimes. I'm looking forward to cracking that open. 74 quid, so it was worth it as a handful from Glenallachie. Digging in, I found this bad boy, which again, this is what I mean, you forget as you're done. Only had that much out of it. Look at the colour of it. Ben Rinnes, a Delvaux. Ben Rinnes, 14-year-old. Any other details on it? No, really. I think you can assume it's sherried. It's delicious, it's amazing, and I forgot I had it. So, fantastic. That is a 54.6% Adelphi bottling. We've got some Nika from the barrel. Hand bottled from last year. Birthday gift to myself was the Michter's Fort Nelson. only available at the distillery. This is 56.3% or 112.6% proof. Not opened it because it's a gift to myself. It was a birthday present, so for my 40th, and I've never had the reason to open it yet. It will get opened one day, just don't know when. Then back here, we have again from last year, from the Whisky Fringe, the first ever 10-year-old Ardnamurchan release, which I tried at the event. 10-year-old, cask number 10, matured in a first fill bourbon barrel. Again, these ones that are all in boxes just kind of sit at the back, and then I just forget about it, if I'm honest, to my detriment. But always a nice wee surprise to come across. What else we got? We have Gold Spot, the first Gold Spot anniversary, the 9 years from 2022, and I picked that up. I think I got my uncle to get me it at duty free in Dublin. I had this in Dublin that year at the Palace bar at Temple Bar, and it was great, but I prefer the blue. I prefer Blue Spot. It's my favourite. We've got that. Then again another Signatory Vintage Speyside 17. This is Macallan. This was the number 28 batch, which a lot of people say has been the best one. First fill Oloroso sherry, but I love a bourbon cask Macallan. But everybody I know and I trust says this one's amazing. I got this after the first ever charity tasting I did at the Whisky Exchange. So I've never opened it either, just not had a reason. We've got a Blue Spot, we've got the Yellow Spot, we've got all the spots. I don't have the green spot, kind of the special editions that they do of those. I don't have any of those, but I have just the core and then that gold. I don't have the latest gold one, but it was like the Infinity Stones. You just kind of collect them. I don't think this one's opened. No, the Blue Spot, because you can get them at duty free in Dublin. Top tip, top value. I think it was like €60 in Dublin, and it's like £90 here. So I've got that. What else we got? We've got this Glenborrowdale, 11 years. It is a blended malt. So it's a blend of, I'm not actually sure what it's a blend of, but it was cheap at auction, so that's why I bought it. It's never even been like this. That's from auction. Batch release, one of 1,404 bottles. That'd be an interesting one to get into and try. Never tried it. This is not mine. This Glenrothes 12-year-old, 48.2. Oloroso sherry and bourbon casks. Glenrothes is a great distillery, right? We all love it. But I picked this up because of the year vintage, 12 years, 2020, so it would be 2023. My friend got married. This is his wedding gift, and he's meant to be coming round, and he still never came round. It's been 2 years. So Simmel, that's your wedding present. I got you, and it's still sitting there. Shame. For shame on me, because I've seen you since, but I don't know I'm going to bump into you. Glengarry, old school, 15-year-old, 43%. This was an auction win. This will be getting opened soon. I want to do a Glengarry video, a wee bit of a dive. So I'm looking forward to getting into that. I love Glengarry, so the older style stuff, I'm really intrigued to see what this is like at 15 years old. I don't know if I don't think it's got a date on it when this would be, so if you know in the comments, please let me know the age range that you think this could be. I think maybe 90s, I would assume. Maybe early 2000s, but 90s seems to be the way I'm thinking. Another Adelphi auction win. This is the Sandybud, which is Ardnamurchan and High Coast Distillery. I pick these up. See, when I enter things at auction, I try and go for stuff that just tickles my fancy, that I wouldn't normally buy, and if I can get a deal on it, great. 58.9%. I'd like to know what. Maybe do a wee. I think I might do a stream. Maybe that's the theme of one of the next streams. I'll just do some whiskies I've never had. Like, just do it completely blind. Because there's loads. Right, so we're there. We've seen the yellow spot. I also have a few bottles of this still kicking about. Weller 12 in a box. You don't see that in America. Especially don't see it in the back, written in French. So you get these, there's an old legacy deal with France and with Buffalo, Sazerac, and you can pick these up for like 35 quid in France. So I do. And so I have a few of them, so it's a cracking bourbon. So next time you're in France, if you're in Paris specifically, go to La Maison du Whisky, and they normally just have them on the shelf. You can just pick them up. It's no big deal. So I've got a couple of bottles of that. Speaking of Weller, I've got a Weller Reserve 90 proof litre that I picked up at auction for 35 quid, and I've just never opened it because I had those 12s, and I know it's not as good as the 12, so I just have this sitting. But that'll be an interesting one to do kind of a flight of. This is now available as well in the UK, quite wide ranging. You can find it everywhere. Not much left of the Enigma. The 16-year-old, this was Lagavulin, and it's fantastic. It was fantastic, 55%. You can see it ended up going for silly money at auction, but as you can see, I've really enjoyed it, as have everybody else. Let me smell. Oh, it's just a cracking dram. Absolute cracker of a dram. There's no rhyme or reason to these bottlings at the moment. A lot of them are just dumped. So maybe that's something I do when I rearrange. J.G. Thompson & Co. Again, this was on sale. This was cheap, and I wanted a smoky blend. I wanted something a wee bit different. And it's got that kind of... I'd put it in the wheelhouse of... It kind of wavers between like a Kilhoman peat, farmy, and... Dare I say like an Ardbeggy, Killy... There's a fruitiness to it. But again, that was like 30 quid. That was a good pickup. I enjoy that. Just when I want something a wee bit simpler. Talisker 10. We all know Talisker 10. That's a gift. Got an old bottle of the 1770. And I'm waiting until I get one of the newer ones, the 70cl of the same. And I want to test head to head. Cracking whiskey. Absolute cracker, you would have seen before. The Inge Drew. It's great. Don't know if for me or no for me on that. And then we've got an Eagle Rare Pick, single barrel select. This was from Berry Brothers. Still 45%, it's lovely, it's nice, it's Eagle Rare, 10. And the Red Spot 15, and I'm going to stop there because I need to pop up to the house. And I'll be back in a second. We'll move on to the SNWS open bottles that are sitting here. And we're back, hello. That was what was meant to be a 5-minute break, turned into... I'm going to stop. There we go, mic's back on. Apologies about that. I've just done all those bottles without realising, but it is what it is. So, Kalila 11, great. It's Kalila, it's 2020 bottling. I like Northstar, I like what Northstar do. I've got tons of them. This is a Campbelltown from 2018. This was bottled, 4-year-old. But just, it was really good, and 57%. I've got, what have we got here? We've got the Royal Brackla, this one, cooked apricots, muscovado, sugar, flaked almonds, yeah, patisserie style. I think that was one of those. Yeah, oh, it just holds up well. Again, the Supersonics, just a great way of bringing people in to whiskey, and I think you shouldn't judge a book by its cover or by its label, but the general consumer does. And if you can shift some of these to people that Supersonic, like Oasis right now. They should be punting these out if they've got any left. Glasgow bottle, I love the Glasgow bottle. I love the fact it's frosted. I wish I'd got the one with a hand-drawn label. Could not get it. But I love it, and I just love it's so like I love the notes. I love the notes on the side. My mum's tablet soaked in sherry, cinnamon and black pepper. Do you know what I mean? So it's just great. Got another Markin 5 here I've not opened. The tasting notes, so this one is bottled from a first fill barrel. I'm going to assume it's unpeated. Oh no, it is peated. It's peated, or maybe, yeah. Foam bananas, toasted fruit loaf, palate, tropical barbecued fruits, orange peel, hints of marmite, long, soft and sweet peat smoke, the salty sea air on Santa Bay. And this is a 2021 bottle, 5-year-old. We've got, oh, this one. We're going to talk about this one. Marcos, I've mentioned this to you before at North Star. I don't know what happened to this bottle. I got this on an error pricing, or so I thought, 22 quid. And I think the error was me buying it. It is, I don't know what's happened to it. I opened it, like you can see, I've had like a couple of pulls out it to just keep going back and check. There's just something not right with it. There's something not right, and I've always kept it because I keep meaning when I see Marcos next to give him a dram of this to figure out what happened. It's a Klein leash. It's a 22-year-old Klein leash that cost me like 60 quid. Because it was an error pricing, and I think they will just try to shift it because it's rotten. And I've got Orkney, 12-year-old. This is a tin drum bottle. I think this is a Highland Park. It should be right. Bottled in 2021. Not opened it. Oh no, I did open it. That's a lie. I did open it. Forgot I opened this. Oh, that smells great. So, again, that's what I mean. I forget I open stuff. That will need to be getting in the rotation. We got back here. We got Benrinnes 10. This is for the Good Spirits Company. This was a 10-year anniversary. I picked this up. I think is a Good Spirits one also for that. It was for their birthday anyway. But I've not opened this. Benrinnes. Refill, but colour, very, very light. Very light. Intense use full malt and apricot boilings. Caramel note, water reveals tropical notes, warming, sweet, comforting. 60.9%. So, got that one. And then the last in this section, before I move on to Thompson Brothers, found that. Forgot I had this. So this has been worthwhile in itself. So, aye, sweet. That one is but yeah. Last June 24. Nice one. So is that that'll be the 100% bourbon. That's what that'll be. Brilliant. Right, now we're moving down just a wee bit further. Oh, make sure that doesn't fall. My brother got me this from Paraguay. This is a Paraguayan thing. I'll need to ask him what it actually is, but it's a traditional Paraguayan woven thing. He lived in Paraguay up until last month. So he brought me back this. In case you're wondering why that's it. Right, Thompson Brothers chat. We have an Ardnamurchan featuring a rather dashing gent from the Ardnamurchan distillery. This is 6-year-old Ardnamurchan from bottled in 2022. I believe this was the first Ardnamurchan they did. So I put that there. Then we've got the first Thompson Brothers bottle I ever got, which is, I joined the London Whisky Club briefly in lockdown. Expectations were not met for what I thought it would be. It turned into a bit of a bun fight, and so I just saw out my year because you have to pay up front and then just step back. I don't know what it's like now. I know there's other ones that sprung out off the back of it, but this was exclusively for the London Whisky Club, and so I joined it, and it was a Killila, and it was the first ever independent Killila I had as well. And I remember it being so vivid because it reminded me of Samiak, the finished Nordic, very like weird licorice. To me now, it just smells like Killila. Killila is such a distinct smell, but yeah, so I've always managed just to keep a wee bit of that back. I think it's, yeah, it doesn't have the side bit. Then we have a fantastic Donnock malt. And I've mentioned this one before, and I did a separate video, and I love it. And it's a whiskey. This is the one I give to the whiskey geeks because it's such a strange bottle. On the back, it's flow malted Marisota. It's fermented for 7 days. It was filled in 2019, bottled in 2024. But the cask was a PX Octave, which you wouldn't think for the colour, right? 50 litre PX Octave. But the profile on it is so weird. Like, you get the Donnock kind of mezcal-y, smoky, like this vegetal flavouring to it. And then you leave it and it just goes super like fruity and sherry. I love it. Excuse me. I love it. It's just such a strange one. Then we've got the 1986 Thompson Brothers. This was this bottle split with the same guys that I did the Campbelltown, the Cherry Blossoms in Campbelltown bottle. So this is, we've all had a bit and then it's just sitting waiting for them to come back. It's just staying here. One of the best blends money can buy, in my opinion. The blended sherry one. Then we've got this Orkney. This was my Secret Santa bottle I got from a whiskey group, and I was delighted. As you can see, belter, absolute belter. 57.1. This was the one I got 2 years ago. God. Bottled 2022 exclusively for Milroy's in Soho. Milroy's is no more. It's called something else now. We have, this is great, the Canadian corn whiskey. It's just something really different. And on the back, I love the joke, filled, not available. They don't know when it was filled. It was bottled roundabout. It says roundabout. October 2023. And on the nose, it's just corn whiskey. It's so sweet. It's great. It's really good. We have the Ben Nevis distillery, 7-year-old. It's good. Ben Nevis, Thompson Brothers. Let's see what else we got. We have a Strathclyde. I bought this for my brother because this was made when he would have been 2 months old. No, 3 months. 3 months old. Do my math. Yep, just under 3 months old. So not even 12 weeks old. And Strathclyde is the closest distillery to where I lived and was brought up as a kid. Like really close. You could smell it from the house. So it, I wanted it. It's good. I enjoyed it and I opened it with him, which was nice, and we all had a bit, my dad, my brothers and me. But they did release an error bottling of Strathclyde, and I preferred that with a lower proof. It was much better. So that kind of needs proof down. It's 57.1. The proof down would make it a lot better, I think. This one, this Linkwood with the mental label. Never understood what was going on with that label. I've never asked, to be honest. 54% Linkwood, ex-wine hogshead. So, not opened. Do need to do it though, because I'm getting into my Linkwood. Speyside Distillery, error bottling, 2009, bottled 2023. Bottled 34 or 47. These ones kind of just, that's what I mean, they sit on the shelf and they're behind everything and I never see them. Royal Mail Whiskies, Specialing, distilled in the Highland region, 11 years old, 56.3. I'll need to have a wee look and suss out what that is. But again, behind other bottles, so forget I have it. And then we've got this one. This one, good friend of mine, Kyle, who is the manager at Buffalo Trace. You may have seen in other videos and stuff. The first time I met him in person, because we've been talking online, was at the Whisky show in 2022. Was it 2022? Yeah, Whisky show 2022. And he'd picked this up for me. I paid him, but he'd picked this up for me and gave me it. And I never ever got around to opening it. Blair Apple, 50%. We've got an assembly of first fill barrels, 2010 blended malt. I'm sure I can ask online and find out what this is made up of. They were doing these ones. The best one they did of this, it was Lagavulin and Kalila. It was great. It was really good. Then a wonderful serendipity. This is a Whisky Mew 5th anniversary friendship bottling with Elysian Bar in Melbourne and Bar Miral in Jakarta, and they made it for Dame, one of 732 bottles, but I got this in the ballot. Refill sherry butt blend, 46.2. Never came around to opening it. I really like the label. You get Craigellachie Bridge and stuff on there, so it's yeah, got that. We've got another blended malt, over 8 years, 58.7, 2013 to 2022 refill. That's all I know about it. And I liked buying those era ones because they were always just a bit different. We've got an Ardmore here. Again, I think this is a peated Ardmore. Again, these bottles sit in my shelves and I forget I have them. SRV5, we all know, we all love SRV5. And then I've got 2 other single cask Dornocks here. This is cask number 43. I find it with the Dornocks, they're no accessible. It's not that they're not accessible, but they're really appreciated by us, the whiskey geeks, and so that's why I don't open them until I've got a reason to open them and share them with people that I know will enjoy them. This is 6 years old, malted plumage Archer, 7-day fermentation, which is quite typical of Dornock, and 50 litre ex-bourbon octave, 2017 to 2024. And then we have this one, which is cask 275. This one is malted Maris Otter, 8-day fermentation, filled March 2020, bottled July 24, refill all at Rosso octave. I think that one will be good. That'll be the next one of them that I'll open, to be honest. And that, almost not all of them. We've got Balcones Texas Pot Still Bourbon, and then I've already mentioned it, the, oh no, that's an old Killila, 7-year-old Killila. That was a cheap one. That was like 33 quid or something like that, and it was unbelievable. Unbelievable. That's the one that I paired with the tinned whiskey. Tinned whiskey, tinned fish. My dog's gone mental. I don't know why, but it was great. So I've got a few more Thompson Brothers single casks that I'm going to cut to. I'm going to film on my phone. They're up in the study, just because I had no space down here. So I'm going to cut to those bottles. There's still some other ones in the bar that I'm going to show you. I've got 3 of these on the bar currently that are opened. This is the Altmore 16 from batch 1. And then I have 2 more batches of batch 2. I have the Klein Leash 9. And then I have the Torreveg. That's the Torreveg 7 from batch 2. I also have a batch 1 wrapped for me and my mates, the same guys with the other bottle splits, to open, so we don't know what that is. I've got the Chivas 18, which I'd already mentioned, means a lot to me, because that was the first old whiskey I'd ever got. My wife got me. We have this bad boy, Little Book, 2023, in retrospect, but I bought this in 2024, and I bought it, my mum gave me money, and I bought it for my birthday, my 40th, so it's never been opened. Again, one day, don't know when, but one day. And then I have the unfortunate pleasure of opening this. I wish I never bothered. I wish I'd just punted it, sold it, given it away, did something with it. Of the Night on Earth in Scotland, the Hugmany bottle. I was always told if you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all. What else do we have? That's everything that's on the bar top for now. There's whiskey down there, there's whiskey behind me, there's whiskey over there, whiskey down there. Shall we just shift this? I'm going to shift this onto the floor and then we'll go again with the next wave. I think that sounds good.